Welcome to this channel. I hope all of you are always healthy and enjoy for watching. Rumors about him getting first place spread very fast. And there are also other rumors that say Lee Han-sung jeered at Gil Song-hyun, Jin-hoon, and Han Bile at the exam. Hearing that made him confused because he never did that. He was staggering his way out after using up all his magic powers. All he did was buy time when the twin head trolls fought among themselves. His luck really overpowered his skills. Well, he is the one who uses luck to assist his stats. But people said he was ugly, and it made him angry. All of this was caused by his charm. Because his charm is only 3 points. He should upgrade his charm stats since he is ugly. Then he opened the rewards he got. He got the achievement Newcomer of Storm. Achievements will play important part. Since achievements will go over power and become status in this place. He need to collect more recognition points and use them efficiently. Then, he will try his luck by opening the tutorial reward box. He obtained Barbarian's Sword. He thought Barbarian's Sword has any connection with Barbarian's Bracelet from the underworld. After he checked out if there are any complementary effects as a set. Sure enough, there are indeed complementary effects. He can get decent stats if he could get the bracelet. After he entered his room, he asks what is a big dorm room for just one person. Wide dormitory, empty space, the air was somehow chilly. Combining the fact that he was left inside the game and this empty space has filled an overwhelming emptiness in him. Meanwhile, Jin-hoon, who was practicing, said that Lee Han-sung caught the attention of many people. Because seeing Jin-hoon working hard. Han Bile asked him, "Why are you working hard?" Jin-hoon said Lee Han-sung was amazing. Jin-hoon will do another round of strength training. Hearing this, Han Bile was surprised because it's already 4 o'clock. Jin-hoon said, in order to win, he had to do it. Han Bile replied that Jin-hoon's words were true and said that we must not lose. He also said that he would practice his skills. After Jin-hoon went to practice, Han Bile called someone. He asks team leader Lee to investigate someone. Han Bile hopes that the person is not someone like that. He did not want to kill him with his own hands. First day of class. People talk about him. He can hear it because the drone only visible to players is recording. It can hear all their whispers. Because of that, he is gaining more recognition points, so he is thankful. He thinks he can buy a low-rank random box with 100 points. Then came a woman. She is sorcerer, Lee Jong-yun. In charge of introductory to magic class. She is a flame sorcerer that uses fire elements as her main power and also a famous celebrity that has great skills and good looks. During the magic lecture, Jin-hoon did not understand at all what was being explained. Han Bile gave a suggestion: try to put them in simpler ways. It'd be easier if you think of them as matching puzzle pieces. But Jin-hoon still doesn't understand. Out of curiosity, Lee Han-sung wanted to see Jin-hoon's stats. But he was surprised because Jin-hoon's stats were extraordinary. After he looked at Jin-hoon's stats, he saw in Charles. One of the extras no one noticed even until the latter half of game. A character most users paid no attention to. However, one user created a content called Growing Extras. Not only does it bring treasure level items and level up potion. Achievement can also be completed through party plays. Unlike other extras, the character that showed explosive growth was in Charles. He doesn't have to go extent. Because he has view information and subject unlock. He knew it something was up with her. Especially the special skill of Owner of Divine Punishment, she's totally a late bloomer type of hero. Like the name, Owner of Divine Punishment, the world brightens at her doings, turning thousands of demons and monsters into ash. However, and Charles lacked the basis to gain achievements and build status. He should help with her growth closely. Only then will he be a step closer to clearing this game. And his survival rate will rise. If he approach her to help with her growth, we will have to go through the process of getting closer. But to do that, he has to raise his charm stats first. He doesn't have time for that through. The teacher said, "We will take a break for a while." Lee Hansung followed in Charles outside. And Charles wants to buy a drink. When she wants to pay using a smart watch. But there's no battery and she didn't bring coins too. Lee Hansung offered her to choose one because he has balance left. And Charles was confused because she thought Lee Hansung was offering someone else, but the person who was offered was her. Lee Hansung said, "Do you know me?" And Charles replied, "Of course." She thinks there's no one who doesn't know Lee Hansung among the newcomers. Lee Hansung asked Charles again to choose one. And Charles tried to refuse, but she accidentally pressed it. She also apologized for accidentally pressing it. And she thanks to him. Lee Hansung said goodbye to Charles. He guessed she's someone who gets easily flustered. His charm right now doesn't really affect the impression. He will slowly get close to her according to her personality and help build her self-esteem. There's nothing for him to learn in theory class. After making 2 very thin strands of magic thread at the end of your fingertips, you twist them and make 1 strand of it. After pulling out 2 strands and make them into 1, you combine the 2 strands again. If you repeat it this way for a countless amount of time, you will be able to make a thin but an enormous compressed thread of magic. His magic and magic control rank are low, so it keeps coming undone and it's not tangled up well. If you entangle a countless amount of thread to create a magic circle or energy, you will be able to get a hidden piece that's a passive skill called High Concentration Magic of Rank S and High Concentration Energy of Rank S. The problem is that's not easy. He thinks he will be able to do it in 2 weeks. Because she saw Lee Hansung who was not concentrating on the lecture right now. She told him to solve this problem. Basic magic is the expression formula of light bead and the expression formula of fireball. If he heard what she explained just now, he will be able to deduce expressed transformation formula of magic. She already explained half of it. She told him to solve the transformation formula and she said it's okay even if he is wrong. He couldn't believe she had already explained half of it. It's not a problem that a regular candidate can solve unless they take magic class. Light bead magic has already been expressed, so after he canceled the magic, if he expressed fireball magic into a new one, the loss of magic is large and a lot of time is used up. In order to make up for the shortcoming, the way to convert it without canceling the magic is he will change the attribute and the method of expression starting from the magic circle that controls the magic of light bead. The magic that disappears during the conversion will add to the loss of the magic circle. Write down these complicated steps in a formula to make it easier to understand. And finally, he solved the problem. He could have shown her that he can't solve it. But Lee Young-hyun is someone who's related to the hidden piece of rank B to S. Then it's an opportunity he can easily gain. She was surprised to see the answer and asked Lee Hansung, "Do you major in magic?" Because Lee Hansung written as a swordsman. Lee Hansung answered yes, he wrote as a swordsman. But he knows a little bit about magic. And he can go back. The other students couldn't believe it. Because of Lee Hansung ranked first in swordsmanship. And he's also good in magic. Jin Hoon said, "Was he always like this?" Han Biao replied, "He doesn't know." Then, a student said, "It's he perfect except for his face though." Lee Han-sung was annoyed that they were talking about his face again. But, it's better to get recognition and points even if he gets cursed at. Then, that's all for the today's lecture. His stamina and strength are weak, so he has to improve on them faster. There's only a bunch of magicians with weak stamina in this public training room. So he doesn't think he will get involved with guys like Jin Hoon. Lee Han-sung saw Gil Sung-hyun and Julia, they are also magicians. He remembered both of their families know each other. Julia Matten, daughter of K. Matten, the chairman of Matten Corporation, a private military company. Julia, who saw Lee Han-sung, said to Gil Sung-hyun, "Do you think we should try to recruit him?" Lee Han-sung was surprised to hear Julia's words. Thank you for watching. If there is a word wrong, forgive me, because English is not my first language. And see you in the next video. Bye.